In this video, we take a look at our sixth in the series of alien and sci-fi tangles that we're going to use in our final composition. So let's get started with tangle number 6, which is called Squigs. It's an interesting but very simple tangle. We're going to use it in a fun way in our final composition, but basically we just draw, as the name implies, a squiggly line. You can vary the thickness and the dimensionality of it. But we want, once we do that, we're going to add some curved lines or C-shaped lines periodically throughout this shape. And this does a couple things. It gives the impression of roundness, but it also is going to enable us to fill this in, except for the very center. And I'm filling this in kind of sloppy on purpose here. I just want to create a certain effect. We're going to go right down along this and alternate between one and the other of these areas. So what I mean is I filled in one, skipped one, filled in one, skipped one, and so on. And so I'm just creating a little bit of a squiggle. This adds some kind of a texture by not inking it in completely. Feel free to ink it in completely if you so choose, but this just gives it a little more interest perhaps for our intended purpose coming up. Alright, so we have one squig, if you will. And now let's do another one. Let's have it come in from behind. Just like that. And once again, we'll add those little C-shaped lines. And you can vary the dimensions on those and how far apart they are. There's no right or wrong to that. It's just something we want to create. And then let's do the same thing we did on that other one, where we sort of fill this in loosely to create a textured look. And again, you can ink that as dark or as perfectly as you'd like. I'm just doing this, and it's also a little quicker to do it this way, to be honest with you, for a video. Trying to keep each of these individual videos a little shorter. And by leaving that gap in approximately the center, we create the illusion of either of a light shining or reflecting on that, or perhaps just it enables us to see this as a little more of a round shape by giving that the edges are shaded and the other part is not. And now let's draw one in from here. Do the same as we've done with the others. I'm trying to curve my shading lines here to follow the curve of that section, just to make it look a little more dimensional, hopefully that way, or at least like we're following an actual shape and not just some scribbled lines running across a two-dimensional shape, if that makes sense. And we'll go ahead and add one more. Comes in here. Hard to see where those things would be behind there, of course. So we do whatever we need to. This looks like some sort of tentacles or something, and we're going to use it similarly in our final drawing. Can't see behind there, so I'm going to just choose this piece. Now for shading on this one, it just depends on, of course, what we're trying to accomplish with our final drawing, but I'm going to, once again, shade a side of it, and where they overlap, oops, I'm sorry, I had that off camera a little bit there. So there we have our 6th sci-fi alien type tangle, Squigs.